friends, welcome back to the channel. I am Cher, and I hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas and holiday season. So I'm back at it, and since we are at the end of the month here, I thought I'd go ahead and share my little palette video that I have started doing now monthly. And so this is where I take all of the palettes I've used for the month and kind of try to rank them and give you a little mini speed review on which ones I used, why I have some that are favorites over others for this month. And this is just kind of a new fun thing I'm doing. It really challenges me to try more of my eyeshadow palettes instead of just sitting there letting them go to waste and collect dust. And so it really expands my horizons, helps me artistically, and has just been kind of a new inspiration. So anyway, if that interests you, let's get started. Stick around and we're going to dig right on in. All right, so I have counted only 15 for this month, and part of it's just because it's the holidays. I've been very busy. So I have a few days where I didn't even wear makeup, or I've just repeated a lot of quick and easy palettes because it's just been busy, guys. And so haven't had as much time to play, but I have, of course, done a few holiday looks that were fun. And I also had, some try on videos from beauty boxes or new palettes I got and wanted to test out. So that's what these are for the month of December. You'll see a couple of repeats left over from November and just repeats of things that are favorites, So anyway, I did do a video sharing like my favorite holiday palettes or palettes that I have in my collection that would be good for the holidays. So if you haven't checked that one out, we're not completely over the holidays yet because we still have New Year's. So go check that video out if you want to. You'll see a few repeats. But last time I had to kind of put them in different categories to rank them. I might see if I can try to rank them overall this time because I have 15 palettes. And so it's not as bad to try to rank them all. You know what I mean? So let me see. Give me a minute and I'm going to put them in order of ranking and we'll be right back. Okay, I think I did it. We're going to go in order of least favorite to favorite. So keep in mind that when I have ones that are like least favorite, it doesn't necessarily mean they're like horrible palettes. It's more that I'm ranking them in, relative to other palettes that are just like, wow to me, So it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means, compared to all the other ones in the month. And it doesn't mean overall they're like favorite or not favorite. It just means for the month for what I used in December. Also keep in mind, everything has a different use. And this is why I did different categories last time, is some are for very creative, wow, huge, colorful looks that I probably won't wear out in public sometimes. They have a specific creative look. Others are just for one type of color story for like the holidays, and then others are like everyday ones that are great for that, or they're just great for because they're portable and great for travel. And so this is all kind of my rankings for my personal reasons that may be different for other people's reasons. Like some people don't travel as much, and so a smaller size isn't a big deal to them. So I'm thinking of things like that too. Like for me, the ease of use, is it like a really bulky palette versus ease of use? So like for some people, a quad, they can't stand them because they don't have a lot of options and shades, but they're great for me because all I need is about 4 shades for like my everyday look, So I'm kind of factoring in different reasons that may be different for your reasons, so keep that in mind. But anyway, I'll share my reasoning behind each one. All right, so the first one that I have been using in December that's kind of at number 15 is this little quad from Lottie London, and we got it in like Ipsy Glam bag. So Ipsy, you're always going to get these little quad kind of eyeshadow palettes, and a lot of people complain about that. Even though I have it ranked at 15, it's still not bad to me. The formula isn't like stellar, but it works. The color story really works. This is the shade, the Rose Golds. So for like an everyday look, it's actually been perfect because of the fact that it's so tiny. It actually works great for me because it fits in my little, up here on my vanity, I have a makeup organizer, and other palettes don't fit in there. I can't store them in there. So this is perfect because I can fit it in there for ease of use really fast to pull out for just, you know, a quick look. I can literally throw my fingers in it and rub it on my eyes, and it has all the shades. You know, I've got a darker one, I've got a shimmer, I've got a couple of mattes that are lighter. So it really works out for me. It's very convenient. So I actually like it, and I will keep it. I won't declutter it for that reason, but it's definitely not a favorite, like, wow me kind of palette, you know? Coming in at number 14 is the Beauty Bakery Proof is in the Pudding. Another one that makes very neutrally everydays. I thought this was great for like fall and all, but it's, you know, great, just neutral. I'm not like crazy about the color story though. Like, it does make nudes, but they're almost too light and what is the word of that I'm looking for? They're not super wow on my eyes. They don't necessarily flatter me, I guess is the best way to put it. And normally with like neutral palettes and stuff, where I can say, okay, well, this is great for like an everyday, great for just like quick travel or something, but it's just not very travel friendly. You know, it's like if you're going to have nudes that have a few different shades that you don't have a lot to pick from or whatever, that are just for like quick, you should make it more portable. And this is very bulky. So not a very high ranking for that reason. Is it a bad palette? No, but just, yeah, it's boring. Okay. Coming in at number 13, we have the Dominique Cosmetics Unconditional Palette. Now, I know, you know, you would think I would rank this a lot higher because I love the color story. Absolutely love it. It's so pretty, and it makes fabulous, like a holiday look and a fabulous like Valentine's Day probably, but it really only creates like one look for me. And I think the biggest thing is this pressed glitter right here. I mean, that's the wow factor there, but it's so messy. A very messy one. There's other pressed glitters that I think do better. This one's just messy. It was like, it was hard to work with and keep it all over, like keep it on my lids and stuff. It went everywhere. I had glitter for days. And other like ones with the glitter like this in them don't always do that. So I didn't rank it as high, even though it's really pretty and really fun. Okay, next I got the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette back at Black Friday sales because these were half off, and I was like, I have to own a naked palette. Like, how do I not own naked palettes? So this one's a Naked Heat. It's more of the warm shades. I actually, you know, I've knocked on the Urban Decay formula, and it really isn't bad at all. Like, I think it works pretty well. So it's not bad. And I know these, you know, the naked palettes are so the rage with everybody. It's especially like some of my clients and folks, like it's kind of, I won't say it's, I don't know. There's just like a certain clientele that like loves their naked palettes still. And I really do like it. I like the packaging, lots of different shades I can make. It's not as favorite though as the Cool Tone, which we'll talk about in a minute. But it definitely makes some wowzer, smoky, warm toned looks. So it's kind of just in the middle here. I liked it because it was more to work with. And for me, still the fact that it's wearable and it's not crazy colors, but it's like wow, still wow, sexy colors. Like, I like this, that I can work with it a lot, you know? Okay, the next one I did is another like everyday, you know, shades. And I know I have a lot of those, but it's because if I'm going out in public, I'm usually going to wear more of an everyday shade. You know what I mean? This is the Lamora Exposed Nudes. This was something I got a while ago. What I love about it, I just really like the packaging on this. And this says, be your own kind of beautiful. I think it's just a really pretty palette. I've had it for a long time, but it makes a lot of like neutrals, but also like pinks. I'm actually wearing it today. It has a very like rusty pink, like rusty neutrals and stuff that I love about this. But formula wise, it's not super like pigmented. You got to work with it, build it up. But I really like that for a nice, subtle, everyday look. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle there. And it's not like super bulky, but it's not the most portable either. I think it's better though than the these big palettes, you know. Next up, I don't remember what number we're at here. I think this is 10. The Ace Beauty Paletopoly game. And so you saw the whole try on video. I got this from the Chic Beauty Box. My heart is a little grieving right now because this is what happened to it after my nieces got a hold of it here at Christmas Eve. My fault though. I should not have given them free reign. I should have supervised better. And it is very messy and like, and I really have not even gotten a chance to play with it yet myself. I've only done the game with it. And so if you haven't seen that one, check it out. It's so fun. But the palette itself is so beautiful. I've been dying to play with it. So honestly, it's not its fault that I have it ranked here kind of in the middle. It's just the fact that I haven't gotten to really play. I've only been able to play with it from the standpoint of a game. I did it once myself for a video with you guys. And then we played it again with the girls. And they started to do my makeup with it from the game. And then they went totally rogue. And I looked like Rambo. So I posted in my community tab if y'all haven't seen it. So fun though. But anyway, it's not that it's like once I play with it, I probably would end up ranking it so much higher. But it's just the fact that I haven't gotten to play around with it. And now it looks like this. And it's just less wearable for me than some of the other ones that I'm going to talk about in a minute. And so overall, I'm like, definitely is going to make some fun, amazing colors and color stories, I'm sure. I just haven't gotten there yet. And I wasn't going to wear it as an everyday palette, you know. At number 9, I think this may have been in my other video too. This is just the Lancome Hypnose palette. A nice little everyday. It's so compact and amazing for travel. And I like the formula in it. It blends beautifully. Nice little color story. I mean, there's only like one look I really wear with it, but I think I have it ranked a little higher just because of the formula and the travelability with your everyday shades. So it's ranked a little higher. I know it's surprising it's above the Paletopoly, but it's because of the wearability and travel effect, you know? And then similarly, I know that there's been some like mixed reviews on the Rim Beauty palettes. We got this in BoxyCharm, and I tried it on, and it's actually worked out fabulous for travel also. And I really like the color story on me. I think it looks good on me, and I had a few things to choose from. So I actually have ended up liking this. You know, it's kind of in the middle here. What is this? Ranked at like number 8, maybe? Yeah, so not bad at all. Very travel friendly. Good color story on me. There's, I don't know, it's not too bad. And a mix of like shimmers and mattes. So I have liked it. I've ranked it up fairly high. This is number 7, is the Pat McGrath, what was this one? The Celeste Nirvana Eyeshadow Palette Nude Allure. It's not really nude. It's got like pinks, very pink and rose colors. And I like this one better than that other one, but I still like the other one. I just like this one better. I think what I love, the shades I love the most in this are these two together. And even like this, just doing like the pink shimmer on my eyes over a soft matte neutral or soft matte pink, it looks so pretty. And this shimmer right here, just the formula, is like unbeatable. So I just love this, but I only make like one specific light pink look with it. So that's why it's not like at the top, but I absolutely just adore this formula and the shades that it makes. Just gorgeous. So it's pretty high up there. And then I actually have the Naked 3 Urban Decay ranked above that one because I really like this palette, y'all. I know I'm like Urban Decay before about the formula, but I love the Naked 3. And I think I've tried other Naked palettes. But like I started playing around with it, and the smoky colors, it gives almost, I want to say it came off almost like blue on me, like that gray smoky blue. And I feel like it looked so good on me, but that's how, you know, us brunettes with like brown eyes, these kind of color stories are so good with our eyes because they're like the opposite on the color wheel here. And they really make our brown eyes pop. And so I think I just felt really pretty in this palette is what it is. And I always love the packaging. And so, yeah, I'm ranking it fairly high. And this is another one I got, at Black Friday, at the Black Friday sale for half off. So, yeah, pretty good. So that came in at what, number 6? That came in above Pat McGrath. But part of it's just because with the Pat McGrath, there's not as much I could do with this one. It's a little mini, So I had more options on this one. All right, we're coming down to the top 5 here. All right, so coming in at number 5 is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I have worked more with this one. I did have a whole separate review video with it. And of course, this is just very popular with everyone right now. Still a fairly new release, relatively, and has been great, I think, at the holidays. So I have it ranked very high because the wearability, first of all, it's all, nudes. So there's really not a lot of like crazy wild looks. Like I could go out in public wearing anything in this palette and not stand out as like, just crazy all over my face, but yet it's so sophisticated and beautiful and perfect for the holidays. There were a lot of things I've been able to do with it. Lots of different looks. Is it my favorite like nude palette overall of everything I have? It actually is not. But for what I've tried in December, definitely a big hit. And yeah, I really do like it. There was a few things I feel like it goes more on like the peach side. So I don't feel like it's like just totally the nudes I was thinking of, but there was a lot of versatility within this palette too. Okay, at number 4, I just did the Hearth palette from the Ice Cream Beauty Box, and I did a try on of it, and we played around with it. Look at that. I have it ranked pretty high because of the shimmers in this. I just am blown away at the shimmers. They made the most beautiful like crystals on the eyes. And so this is obviously not a very like wearable everyday palette, but just for those shimmers alone, it is ranked so high up there for me. And I think there's still like, there could be a fairly subdued look you do, but that's still like, wow, you know what I mean? So I rank it pretty high. This is what, number 4 for me. Just those crystal shimmers just blew me away. All right, at number 3, I have this Peridot palette. And so even though it makes just like one color story, it's basically if you want a green look, but I did this for Christmas, like a Christmas tree look. And I thought it looked amazing with like red lipstick. I think you could do it with a nude lipstick or a green lipstick or a dark, sultry lipstick. But it's pretty much just going to be for your like green lovers if you want like a green eyeshadow. But the shimmers were stunning and blew me away. And the one look I did do was such a favorite for this whole month that I ranked this palette so high. Loved this formula, loved this palette, and this was from my sweet YouTube friend. And I thank you for that if you're watching, because I love this palette so much. And it's going to be great for other looks too, but it was perfect for creating the Christmas green Christmas tree look, All right. Number 2 is the Il Makiage Color Boss Squad eyeshadow quad. I know this is so different because most people probably won't pick a quad as their top, their number 2 palette. But for me, again, I told you guys, travel friendly and portability is very important to me, and wearability is very important to me. And this has it all. So travel friendly, even though it's a fairly bulky packaging, but it's still, compact at the same time. Only one like look you're really making. However, the formula is just to die for in this. It's so luxe, so stunning. Every time I wear it, like when I wear it out, people just like, I'll get compliments where people will be like, "You're so gorgeous." And I'm just like, "Why, thank you." And I'm like, what is going on here? Which I love. I don't mean to sound like, but I think it's just like it has this like luxe look on my eyes, and I just look so put together, and it's so easy because you've got like the perfect colors right here for you. You just got your 4 shades you pop on, and it's travel friendly. It's perfect for every day. I could wear it with anything and just look stellar. So this is such a favorite palette, and we got it in either Icon Box or BoxyCharm. I think it was BoxyCharm a while back. I love it. It is like one of my favorite palettes. So I love Il Maquillage. I really want to get more from Il Maquillage. All right, and then now we're down to number 1, guys. I think this was my number 1 last month too. It's still the Natasha Denona Xenon palette. And now we have established that it's Xenon, not Xenon. Okay, so thank you guys for contributing to my poll, where I was like, which one is it? I've heard both. So I think Z wins. And I know, okay, so I was going back and forth on like, is this my number 1 or is it not? It's just still such a favorite palette. I know that it's not as versatile as far as, you know, I'm not wearing nudes, I'm not wearing a whole bunch of different colors, but for December and for the holidays, this time of year right now, it's like my favorite palette at the moment. When I wear this palette, I just feel like such a sultry bomb. A sultry bombshell. The smoky colors. I did like a white snowflake look. I did a smoky eye. I did a little blue frosty. Like, every time I wear it, I feel amazing, and I feel so perfect for like, you know, festive in the holidays, but like sexy holidays, to be honest with you. So I'm in love with it. I love, love, love it. And I think that it's was it this one? I think it's still that silver right there. That is my favorite of all. I think that was the one. So anyway, that's the 15 palettes ranked. Do you agree with me on these? Do you think I'm crazy on these? What do you guys think? Super fun. I like doing this. I actually enjoyed getting to do the overall ranking this month. I can't promise I'll always do it that way, because if it gets to be a lot more palettes, it's going to get harder and harder to rank them. But yeah, I think that's how I ranked them for this month. Be looking out for my eyeshadow declutter though. Coming up this month, it's going to be my first one, and it's going to be very hard for me to declutter eyeshadow. So anyway, that'll be an interesting one, and make sure you stick around for also my rankings in January and other, you know, videos featuring palettes as well. I may do one for like Valentine's Day, like the best palettes for Valentine's Day that I have, maybe. We'll see. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you pop that subscribe, turn the notification bell to on, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.